Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a special time of the year. It is back to school. For many students, the summer vacation is over. It is time to wake up early again, go to school, meet friends, and start learning new things. So, sit comfortably, listen carefully, and enjoy this simple English story. My name is Adam. I am a student. Today is my first day back at school. I feel a little nervous, but I'm also happy. I like the first days of school. Everything feels new. The night before school, I prepare my things. First, I prepare my school bag. I put my books inside. I put my notebooks in my bag. I also take my pens, my pencils, and my ruler. I check my bag carefully. I don't want to forget anything. Then I prepare my clothes for tomorrow. I put my clothes next to my bed. Everything is ready. Now I can go to sleep. The next morning, my alarm rings at 7 o'clock. I open my eyes slowly. I am still a little tired. I want to sleep more. But I remember, today is my first day back at school. So I get out of bed. I open the window. The morning air is fresh. I look outside. The streets are becoming busy. Many students are going to school. I go to the bathroom. First, I brush my teeth. Then, I wash my face. After that, I take a quick shower. I get dressed. I put on my clothes. And I prepare for my day. Then, I go to the kitchen. It is time for breakfast. I usually have a simple breakfast. Today, I eat some bread, an egg, and a banana. I drink a glass of milk. While I eat, I think about my first day. I think about my teachers. I think about my classmates. And I think about my new lessons. I feel excited. After breakfast, I take my school bag, I check my phone, I take my keys, and I leave home. I walk to school. The school is not very far from my house. On the way, I see many students. Some students are walking. Some students are talking with their friends. Everyone looks excited. After a few minutes, I arrive at school. I see my friends near the entrance. I say, "Good morning." They smile and say, "Good morning, Adam." It is nice to see them again. We talk about our summer vacation. One friend says, "I went to the beach." Another friend says, "I visited my family." I tell them, "I stayed at home and relaxed." We laugh together. Then, the school bell rings. It is time for class. We go into the classroom. I sit at my desk. I take out my notebook. Our teacher comes into the classroom. She smiles and says, "Good morning, everyone." We answer, "Good morning, teacher." Then the lesson begins. Our teacher talks about the new school year. She explains our new subjects. We have English, math, science, history, and other subjects. My favorite subject is English. I like learning new English words. I also like listening to English. It helps me understand the language better. During the first lesson, I write some notes in my notebook. I listen to the teacher carefully. Sometimes I don't understand everything, but that's okay. I ask questions. The teacher explains again. I learn something new. After the lesson, we have a short break. I go outside with my friends. We talk, we laugh, and we eat a small snack. The break is short, but it feels good. Then, the bell rings again. It is time to go back to class. The school day continues. We have different lessons. Sometimes the lessons are easy. Sometimes they are difficult. But I try my best. I listen. I write. I read. And I ask questions. I know that learning takes time. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to practice every day. This is especially true when learning English. Even 10 minutes of English practice every day can be useful. I can listen to English, read simple sentences, and repeat new words. Little by little, I can improve. Finally, the school day ends. The bell rings. Everyone is happy. We put our books in our bags. We say goodbye to our friends. I leave the school and start walking home. I feel a little tired, but I feel happy too. It was a good first day. I learned new things. I saw my friends, and I started a new school year. When I arrive home, I take off my shoes. I put my school bag in my room. Then I sit down and relax. After a few minutes, I eat lunch with my family. We talk about my first day. My family asks me, "How was school?" I smile and say, "It was